So in this session, I want to talk about the friends that you've made in college. Um, so tell me a little bit about that, since I know that you're a junior now, second semester junior, and so this is about your third year of college. So tell me about that.
Okay. So, coming in as a freshman, I had some friends from high school, but I made a really excellent cohort of friends in my dorm that I lived in, which was the honors dorm. There were people who were in honors and people who weren't. There were people who were in all kinds of different majors, and we would just like play video games and hang out in a social space together. We'd stay up late and chat. It was really cool, like we have a group chat and everything.
Okay. Um, and so is this this was the friends that you came into freshman year, and you started to get to know. Are these still the friends that you are friends with currently? Has something changed since then? Are you still as
Oh, yeah.
close to the same people, or is there a different feel to that?
Things have definitely changed. I'm
Changed
not
how?
So some people have gone and lived in different places, and they live off campus and further away. I see them less, so I have different ways of interacting with them. But then at the same time, I've also been able to interact with certain people more.
So you would say the physical distance does have an impact on the closeness.
Certainly, I would say that that has a role to play, and I don't know. I think it's more of just how the relationship takes shape, as well as is sort of affected by distance.
How do you mean?
Well, like I think of my friend from back home 2.5 hours away, and I keep in touch with him on social media, but I don't see him every day.
Okay.
Is he any less my best friend? No. So I have to imagine, well, it's just kind of a change. It's different. It's
Okay.
not bad, just different.
Okay. Other than the distance, is there anything that has changed any of the closeness of the relationships, or have you lost anybody, or is it just the relationships have
Mm.
changed?
Well, there was this game that my friends always played, and I played it with them a number of times, but I kind of dropped that interest. It stopped being fun to me, and they still play it often, and I've kind of lost that common tie with them, which is unfortunate. But again, like that's not the only thing I had in common with them. Um, we still go see movies together, or we'll do other games together, but that's just a particular one that kind of dropped. So sometimes, like gaining, losing interests, or classes, something like that.
Okay. Are you okay with the changing of the relationships, or are you remorseful that some sort of things have changed? Like, how do you feel about the changing
Hmm.
dynamics?
For the most part, I'm okay with it because relationships change, people grow apart. That's okay. But then I also I have this thought in my head of, oh, well, I feel bad for drifting apart from a particular person. Like I feel as though the relationship is changing and we talk less and there's no like substitute for what it was before. It's just less of a relationship with that person.
So you said that you feel bad. Do you feel that there's some guilt to be assigned to you or somebody else involved? Or do you see this as just people change and grow in different directions?
I mean, in all likelihood, it's probably just people changing and growing in different directions. But I still have this internalized guilt of I could reach out to them and try to maintain this friendship a lot more and communicate a lot more. But I also feel that they can too, but I also don't know if that justifies it.
Well, relationships are a two-way street. You can't just be running after a person for the entire time and hoping that they turn around. That's not how that goes. If someone's not
Hmm.
willing to talk to you as much as you are to them, that's not a relationship. That's stalking. Um,
Right.
but do you think that this is like a normal thing that happens as people grow through college, or is this just because of some sort of love lost between an exception to the case?
I think it's in all likelihood normal. But knowing that something is normal, I don't know. It still sucks. Like I'm still growing apart from some friends, and I think of all the fun memories we have together, and I think of all the fun memories we could have together. But it's harder when you grow apart as friends.
So you think that it's normal to grow apart from certain people if
Yes, definitely yes.
Okay. Um, is that just normal for any level of friends? So, like, the friends that you were, like, kind of close with? Or do you think that it, growing apart is inevitable for any friendship?
Mm. I think of some friendships that have gone through these sort of changes in these like different forms, and I think, okay, wow, like I'm that relationship is meant to last because it's gone through those changes. But then I feel like some relationships where like you meet someone once or twice and like you have that like banter back and forth, or like you're in class with someone and you like know their name and you chat with them about the class, but once it's over there's not much else. I think that those are friendships that are harder to keep over time, and I think those are kind of like meant to fade away because we should be able to be friends with people that we meet every day, but I don't know. I think that it's okay for those to fade away sometimes.
So, weaker bonds are more inevitable, whereas the stronger bonds that you've worked to create and to sustain are the ones that will last the duration of time.
Yeah, but then it always, I guess my thinking is like, maybe what I thought was a weak bond is a strong one.
Okay. That's interesting. All right. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much.